All right, Dimitri, welcome and nice to meet you on this one.
Thank you very
Uh,
much, Jesper.
you just mentioned you're doing 2K a day with this Google Ad strategy, which is pretty on autopilot. So I was like, I need to interview Dimitri how he is doing it because I'm very interested in how you're doing it. But before we go into how you do it and you tell the people your strategy and your golden nuggets, let me introduce yourself. So, what is your name? Where are you from? What is your age? And what is your background? Tell me a little bit
Mhm.
more about that one.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So, like you said, I'm Dimitri. I was born in Russia. I lived here for 8 years. Then I moved with my parents in France, where I grew up. I did my studies as engineer, and then on my fourth year of study, I discovered it was informatic field.
Mm-hmm.
I discovered how we can code a website, how we can create a web store. And then at the end of the year, I discovered that there is things like Shopify CRM system, which allows not to code the site because it's very time consuming to
Yep.
do that. And so I discovered Shopify in 2017 when I was a student.
Mm. Oh, nice. And so, way before you even were doing dropshipping, you were just a student. You found something about informatica, about computer science kind of stuff.
Mm.
And this was all in when you're in France in study in university.
Exactly, exactly,
Ah, nice. So you speak fluent French and Russia.
exactly, yes.
Oh wow, you're multi-talent. That's really good. So tell me, you're right now in the 90 Days to Online Freedom community. You're doing some amazing results, but I want to know way before that. How did you end up coming to the community? What was
Mhm.
like a few years ago? I believe you
Yeah.
mentioned to me 2017 you started. Tell me.
Yeah, we had a lot of up and downs since that date. I keep the same store like in 2017, just changing strategy every year, every 2 years. So first of all, we started without any marketing budget because we started with influence marketing when we give people a percentage a discount code to
Mm,
apply on our store to get our projects with a discount, and then they were paid to promote our brand because they have a discount code and the affiliate percentage for every sales.
mm. And did that
So
work out?
yeah, it worked well, but we saw very quickly the limitation about DMing in Instagram because we
Mm,
can send something like 100 messages, and 100 messages give us something like 2 orders per day. So it's not very
yep.
good. So we started to scale horizontally. We just created 9 more accounts. So we got 20 orders and not 2 orders. So this strategy was good, but yeah, I had something like 3 or 4K of benefits every month. Yeah, it was good to move from France and to go to another country, changing my life because I started to have some freedom.
Mm-hmm.
But then I wanted to grow up this system, and then I discovered that we can make the same system, but not by DMing people in Instagram, just showing the advertising in Facebook. So during 2 years, I think we run our Facebook ads to Facebook Messenger. We gave the same terms about
Mm.
ambassador. And then in 2021, with iOS 14, we display the little messages on iPhone. This app is tracking you. Do you want this track?
Ah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah,
want. And then, yes,
yeah.
90%
Great.
of people click on no. So our results go down. And I think in October 21, 2021, I spent almost all of the money I had.
Oh, really? You
Yeah,
went broke almost, or?
yes, exactly. I had something like for 2 months or 3 months for living.
Oh
And I
man.
said, yeah, to my partner, buddy, we have to do something because if we don't have any changes, we will be forced to close our brand, our store. and he decided to to don't continue working with me. And so I was forced to think by myself, to find a solution to this situation. And then I discovered B2B platforms, something like Amazon. It is called Fair, Fair Wholesale, Anchor Store, or the Champ. So we did the same strategy we had with ambassadors, but the ambassadors were stores, manicure salons, beauty salons who sold our products, where we had a better AOV, average order value. And so, yeah, and the profit, it was not between 10 and 30% that we had before. It was something like 60 and 70%.
Insane.
It was better, yeah. But we continue using this strategy until July 22. Then it stopped working a lot. Then we switched to Facebook advertising in 2022 at the end. Till in December 23, we got good results. But then since I think February of this year, February 2024, Facebook updated the strategy, the algorithm, and same story like in 2021.
It has been a roller coaster, man. It sounds like you have been up, down, up, down,
exactly.
up, down. It's like, I think a lot of people will notice this, and I tell this people every time, like with dropshipping, especially with dropshipping and e-com, you will go up and down, you will go up and down. But that means, I think already that should be the trigger for you to go into Google Ads, which is way more consistent. And I guess that is one of the reasons you joined our program, because you're like, oh my God, I need to have this kind of stability. Tell me, what made you decide to join us, and join the Google Ads army?
Yeah, exactly. So I think in April, I started to test by myself on Google. Then I saw your post in Twitter, in X platform. I DM you. You sent me a video. I was very interested about what you told in the video. So I decided to join the community. The price is very low for the value you share. And so I started to watch every video you have, every recordings, of course, you had I missed. And so I started to apply the strategy you learn and to change my mind.
So it changed like your whole mindset as well, like that were you thinking that you would be able to do 2K a day on this kind of volume on autopilot with Google Ads? Were you like,
no,
did you expect that, or?
No, because for me, in the community I were before, Facebook, it was 90% of the traffic, and Google, it's just for retargeting. So for me, it was something new when I started to have 1K per day. Then I started 2K, and the margin is quite better than on Facebook advertising.
Exactly. Because you posted 20 days ago, you posted you did 1K a day. That's even after 1 month joining the community. So 1 month later, you were doing 1K a day. And now you just posted you're doing 2K a day. What will be this week's target to hit? What is your target this week?
I saw that we are starting to approach 3K because yesterday we had 2.3K or maybe 2.4. So yeah, with a profit of 800 euros.
Really?
It's awesome.
Really? Yeah. What that means that you had like at least ROAS of 3. Well, what was your ROAS on that one?
I have the break even of 1.2, and the ROAS it is 1.8 or 2. I don't know, but yeah, I have the Google sheet with which comes.
But that means you have a really, really low break even ROAS. And is this the same store you have been trying since 2017?
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, you're crazy. You're just like diehard. You keep on. Why do you keep on this store? What is your belief in this store or in this niche? Why do you stick with it? Because a lot of people in your case would have given up like many times.
Exactly. It's what my wife is talking me every time. How are you
Stop it,
doing that?
Dimitri. Stop it. Sell something
Exactly.
else.
Exactly. But I keep doing it because for me it's it's my first business who started to give me money. It's like a baby, a kid that I can not say go. No.
No, but you're doing a really great job, and I think patience is paying off. Like, I would never tell some people maybe, oh, try something 7 years long and just go up and down, up and down. Maybe sometimes a little bit of reflection is going on and is needed. But I think you did the correct side, because your website and especially your niche, you're very good in the Google Ads traffic. You're in the demand, so it means it making sense that you run Google Ads. And I think if you would leverage Facebook Ads right after it, especially with the season coming in, I think you will be killing it, because then we can retarget people with Facebook instead of
Exactly.
the otherwise. But that means you were almost bankrupt, then you're going doing some great results after you joined the community. How did your life change in perspective? What is the biggest change you notice in your personal life? What is the biggest change you're noticing right now?
The changes is just about seeing the numbers that are not the same that before, because when I checked the July month is on my Google Sheet, I only have 3 days which were negative, no profitable. It's the first time in my career of dropshipper that I can see something like that, because with Facebook advertising, we saw something like 15 days of profitability, then 10 break even, 5 negative. When I saw these results, wow,
Yeah.
how is it possible?
Yeah, and this also giving you a little bit more of like time freedom, location freedom? Are you like a
Yeah,
little bit more traveling right now, or is it something that you?
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Because I follow the advice you gave, not the advice, but how are you doing? You're about hiring a VA.
Yeah.
For the moment, I'm using my sister
Oh yeah.
as a
Well, that's
VA.
still a VA. It's still an
Yeah,
assistant.
exactly. So she import the products on the store. I gave her the Google Sheet that I already prepared with a list of products, and now she started to search by herself the product to import. It's amazing. You just
Yeah.
have to import and to run the ad and don't touch. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
touch just to increase.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I think tell me a little bit more about that one. Do you really feel, because this is something that I preach and people call me stupid, but I'm just lazy. I'm not stupid. I'm lazy. And I think this is a lazy method of making money,
Mm,
just by indeed leveraging the AI of Google. And that's just the campaign structure that we use. We use just the full learning of Google.
yeah,
Plus, we teach people how to import products on our store. And the only thing that you need to do is just go 2 times a week into the campaigns, up the budget, and that's it.
exactly.
That's it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so. And what I like about what you're telling me right now is that you even involve your sister. And I think a lot of people think like, oh, don't do business with family and friends. Well, you have certain businesses like dropshipping. We don't need to make it bigger than it is. It is dropshipping. We're selling products online to people straight out of China. I think it's really good to involve some people from close friends or family with that, because it can give them some location and time freedom as well, and it will make your relationship with your sister 10 times better as well. So I think if you do a really good job, and if she sticks with you for 7 years, maybe for the next 7 years, you guys will build an amazing business. You guys will build an amazing business. But if you take a look back at the whole content that you guys are watching from us in the community, the whole community itself, do you think that we deliver on your expectations? Did you expect these kind of results, or did you expect this kind of community? Did we deliver on that one?
Yeah, about content above my expectation, about the results. Same thing. I didn't expect. I just go to the community to see what is happening, how
Yeah.
I can implement in my business strategy, and to grow a little bit, but not something like that. When you have in July a growth of 230%,
Which is
it's
insane.
crazy.
That is a lot. That is a really a lot. Yeah, and to be honest, it is the lowest season in e-commerce itself. It's the
exactly.
lowest season. And you
It's
have
the
seen,
worst
like, we have
season.
created the store as well. And I think we made that with that store 50 or 60K in July. And it's the lowest season. It's the lowest season. But what is do you have like one main, if you think about your main key lesson or your main takeaway from the whole journey, the last 2 months in the community, what is like your biggest takeaway that you're like, oh, if I did not know this, I was not on this point?
I think the discipline to import products every day, one product, two product, whatever, just do this job, and that's all.
Yeah.
Because when in June I imported something like 5 projects 1 week, then 2 weeks of doing nothing, then 5, 10 products. The results were like that. How I worked, the result I got how I worked. So yeah.
Yeah.
And when I implement the strategy of constantly importing products, yeah, we started to saw results because, as you said, the algorithm of the AI of Google is learning. One day it push one project, another day another one, and
Yeah.
the craziest thing that we discovered when I started to look on the analytics side, it's the best selling product. It's the product without reviews. How is it possible?
Oh wow! So that means you have a lot of room of improvement as well, like later on. And
Yeah,
sometimes we think that something will sell, but the most stupid product that you don't even know that is going to be selling will be selling like crazy. And I
exactly.
believe when I just started in 2021 with Google Ads dropshipping, the product that made me 300K did not even have a product description. I totally forgot the product description when I uploaded it. My VA forgot it, but just because of the images and just the offer itself, people are like, "Oh, I want this. I want this." And this was just in the fashion niche. So people just see some products on their own body and they're like, "Oh yeah, I need this one." And if we take a look at Google versus Facebook, because you have been doing Facebook way longer than Google, what's the main difference that you notice?
First of all, I would like to notice that our Facebook account was suspended in the
Oh,
end of May.
oh,
It's the
that's a
first
sign.
thing. Exactly, the sign. It's that I think about when it was suspended. Our Instagram account was deleted with 70K of followers.
Oh wow.
Our Facebook account, Facebook pages too, with 25K followers. So I said, "Fuck Facebook."
Yeah.
Go to Google and I forget you forever.
Wow. That's crazy. Did you know why this happened? What was the trigger?
Yeah, because by mistake I make a borderline creative mentioning another brand,
Ah.
but I mentioned in the picture. I
Oh
think
wow.
that yeah, the algorithm will not see that on the picture we wrote on another brand. It was like reviews with a competitor brand, but they noticed that and they flag and everything.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. Imagine that would if that would be your main asset to bring in sales, you would be doomed. You would be doomed. That's crazy, man. Oh man, I did not expect that would happen like that. Okay, so now you have all this knowledge. If people would do the same, would get to the same results like you do, what is your main strategy if you would do this all over again? What would be your, let's say you will do product research. What is the way you do product research right now? And how would you advertise it? And how would you scale it?
Exactly the same way that I learned on your community. Just go to Facebook, you advertise in library, ads library. You go, you find projects, you import the projects, you launch the Google Ads. That's all.
You leverage, so
Easy.
you leverage the traffic from Facebook competitors that don't use Google Ads, right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. And
So
this is what I
we are
call it's
looking in
lazy
the
method.
US. Yeah,
Yeah,
in the US, you take in the US, you go in Europe, and that's all.
yeah. And what
US
markets?
guys are lazy.
Yeah, yeah. It's really lazy. And what kind of markets are you available? Are you advertising? Because you're using multiple markets, right?
Exactly, yes. Have France, UK, Belgium, Canada, Australia. Yeah.
Oh, really? And you're just English native store, or is it
No,
translated in every language?
we have two languages, French and English.
Okay. Yeah, of course, the French people, they don't understand
Yeah,
English, right? It's
they
so
don't like.
funny. It's one of. I keep making jokes of them. I think it's one of the hardest markets to sell. But yeah, that is true. And I think especially in Europe, but still in Canada, UK, and Australia, this method is not being used a lot. Everyone is going first Facebook and then Google Ads. Well, I think it's the way around because the buying intent is on Google. When I buy this black shirt, I go to Google black shirt men, and I just see what kind of products are in there, what kind of price I like, and I buy it. Instead of I'm not going to Facebook and think, oh, let's wait till a black T-shirt hits me and then I will buy it. I think it needs to be the way around because I still think Google is the goalkeeper of your whole business. Of course, a forwarder or a striker can be Facebook or TikTok ads, but the goalkeeper is always Google. That's why you have only 3 days of not profitability. And normally with Facebook, it goes ups and down. And I think with Google on monthly basis, it's very stable. And that if you only have been profitable for unprofitable for 3 days in the lowest season, I think that will be maybe the only 3 days in your future that will be unprofitable as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because in the history of my brand, every year it's the same story. During July and August, it's the worst month. Is I think in 2020. Yeah, in 2020 we had something like 1K in August. It's horrible. 1K of sales, 1K euro. And now we have
that's really
2K
crazy.
per day.
Oh wow! And maybe we can give them some the people that are watching a little bit more of some knowledge as well, some sauce. Are there some products or some niches that you think you can make a good amount of money with Google Ads dropshipping? Is that something you're always looking into? Is that something that you differentiate from other people?
I think the easiest way is just to search on Google keywords, on Google Trends, to see what kind of projects the people are looking for, because Hans Spinner, you will not sell that kind of thing. But yeah, the most searched niche is fashion, I think. Fashion, jewelry. There is seasons for garden project. It's since February, I think, until May.
Yeah.
It can be good. Now we have September. Yeah, in September, I think in August, people start buying a lot of stuff for the new year.
Yeah.
Because when they go to work, they have to be dressed nicely, have new clothes, because how you can keep the same clothes since 2 years? It's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think fashion is good. Something for kids projects. It will be great in Q4.
Yeah. Are you preparing yourself a little bit for Q4? What are the things that you want to do in Q4? What is your goal for this year? What is your goal this year, this Q4? What kind of money do you want to make, revenue and profit-wise?
I stay with my same store. I don't go to looking for something else. No, I will just continue doing what we do. We continue to scale our advertising to make 10K per day. It will be great, and then go up.
And that's the goal for Q4. You want to hit the 10K day. That's something or is it? Do you think you want to hit it earlier?
I will be doing. To be honest with you, I will do 1 million the month of sales. But nice. I don't know if it is possible.
Yeah. So that's the goal in Q4. 1 month, you want to hit the 1 million mark in revenue.
Yeah, it will be crazy.
Yeah, but we have set this challenge for ourselves as well. So I think in the community itself, we are documenting right now how we want to make 1 million in profit in Q4. I put myself up in this challenge because I think if I set this challenge, you will think way bigger. Everyone will think bigger.
Exactly.
And I feel the energy in the community is getting crazier because people are like, oh my God, we need to make this kind of money in Q4. And a lot of people that I've been talking to, they are doing like you, 2K a day. So that means 60K a month, 20K in profit, which is pretty good, which is pretty good money, to be honest. But then we're in the lowest season. So when I ask, okay, what do you want to do in December? Yeah, I want to do 200K. But then like that's like just a 3x in 5 months. That's crazy. You should be doing 200K at least in September, October already. So I think if you proceed this way, how did you close July? What were the numbers a little bit of July, if you want to share?
28.
28K in revenue.
In revenue with 6K in profit.
Oh, that's nice. That's a little bit more than 20%, which is good.
Yeah. And now since the last days, we have something like between 26 and 35% of profit.
Oh, wow. And you're doing 2K a day, which means you're already doubling this month. Wow. So I think you will hit like 12, 15, 20K profit maybe even this month. That would be crazy, man. That would be crazy.
It will be amazing.
Dude, that's crazy. I love to see you win, man. I love to see you win. Well, maybe to make a small end to this interview, because I don't want to keep your time as long as possible. If you have all this knowledge right now, would you still recommend people to join our program as well? And why should people join our program instead of like the other Facebook ads, dropshipping courses, etc.?
Yeah, definitely. Because if I wasn't so lazy, I am, I will be make as you 3 stores, 5 stores, 10 stores. Because the system is working, you just have to replicate it to scale horizontally to have more stores, and you have the money you want.
Exactly.
And the strategy, which is with the Facebook, the problem with the Facebook that you have to test creatives. If you are not a creative guy, you don't film by yourself.
Yeah.
Just using ripped content, it's not working.
Yeah, that's a really good point that you made. Yeah.
Here, you just have to upload products, and Google is doing the job, displaying your products on a shopping feed, and that's all.
Yeah.
It's the lazy
It's a really good point. Yeah,
which
it's a really so. Imagine if you would do a little bit of hard work and buy your products yourself and do a little of content, original content. I think you will be crushing it like crazy. But indeed, this is just the lazy method, and it's just the easiest way to make this kind of money. And I think if you want to go to the next levels, of course, Facebook ads will be very good to add multiple different ways. Even we want to teach people how to do it organically, because you can rank on Google, which is very, very powerful as well, SEO. But I think that's really, really, really good. Okay, and if you would go 7 years back, like to the younger Dimitri, to someone that is, you're right now 29. So let's go 10 years back. What would you tell the younger Dimitri yourself, so the younger viewers knows like, okay, do I have some opportunity to get where Dimitri is as well? What would you tell yourself and the younger people?
Just doing things, test, fall, test again, fall. Because the results will arrive at the moment that you're not ready to see that. Because I saw that on my life every time when I just go very down. I think it's over, and even the next day or in 1 week later, go up.
Yeah, just keep testing, just keep failing, learning, keep pushing. I think a lot of people in the community as well, they think that they need to figure out everything itself. But I think just joining our program, follow the steps, but take action as well. A lot of people are just only watchers, right? And are not doers. You need to be an action taker. And to be honest, we teach people that you start with Google Ads with 20 euros a day, 20 to 30 euros a day. And it doesn't even spend the whole budget, because if you don't have a lot of products in there, what is the chances that you can lose? 200 euros, 500 euros? I don't know. In 2 weeks, that's maybe the maximum. But yeah, for the people that are watching and you're like, okay, I want to meet Dimitri himself as well, and I want to speak with him. He's in the community as well. The first link is in the description. Dimitri, I will thank you for your time, man. It was lovely to talk to you, because I think you will be crushing it, and I hope to speak to you in Q4 and see if you hit the 1 million revenue. Then we will of course have a special one. Okay.
Yeah, it will be great. Yeah, thank you very much, Jesper.
Thank you very much. See you later, my friend.
Yeah, see you.